Hello, good morning, guest. Better late than never. Oh, that's Stuart's iPad going off all over the place.
Telling you you're online.
Oh, it's telling him that I'm online, apparently. Right, I can see I've got one with me. Can you say hello if you can hear me and see me? Sorry about the wait. I can't remember what happened now. In the process, I've lost one of the stamps I was using. Yeah, basically, I couldn't, the computer wouldn't turn over. I haven't used this one for a while. I have to change over because my webcam won't go with my Apple laptop. So I have to use the older computer, and it decided it didn't want to work. So I've had to mess about and get it to work. Okay, have we got, is anybody here? Oh, hi, Mary. Nice to have you here. Hi, Glenys, you still up? What time is it there? Oh, it's about 5 to 11, is it? Morning, Maria. Right, I'm going to get going then. So, as I said, sorry for the lateness, but my computer wouldn't work. So, yeah. And I've lost the stamp. So, what I thought I'd show you is more about the background than the stamping, because it's not going to be about the stamping, but that's something I had to play with last night. Okay. There's lots you can do with the background, but these demos are only meant to be sort of minutes, not hours. So I'm going to be pretty quick, I hope. Hasn't happened yet. The stamps I'm using are all on Create. I'm still playing with them because they were the new ones that I had when I did Tracy's workshop on the weekend. So I'm still playing about with the stamps, even though I've lost one. Right, so as I said, it's more about the background, if I can remember what I did. So I'm using Distress Oxide. I'm using the Distress Oxide as opposed to the just the normal Distress. Yeah, hi Lisa. Because they are more of a pigment. They've got a bit. They've got a fusion of dye in them, but because they're pigment, they can layer a bit better on top of one another than the Distress inks. The Distress inks will tend to just all can't actually go into one another. Yeah, they don't work as good. Okay, so what I've got, if I can remember rightly what I was doing, I've got these Distress Oxides. The colours I've got Salty Ocean, Fossilized Amber, Wilted Violet, and Cracked Pistachio. And I can't remember what colour I did first, so I'm just going to go for, let me bring it in a bit. Where am I? All over the place. Right, that's the most I can go in. We're still working on getting a nice overhead, some nice overhead shots on the camera. So that's the most I can go in at the moment. Right. Move the camera a bit so you can see what I'm doing over here. Yeah. So I'm going to put a bit of the Distress Oxide on there, and then spritz a bit of water on it and find where the hole is, or I'll have it all over me. And I'm missing a stamp, another one, but I can ad-lib. Sorry, talking to myself, right. So what I've got is just some bubble wrap, okay? And I'm literally just gonna dab it in there and get as much as you want or as little as you want. And I'm going straight to the paper. I hope you can see that. So I'm jumping all over the place here. I think I'll have a little bit more water. I got to put the top on, or otherwise I'll lose that as well. And then Stuart will be mad. Oh. She's already hunted all over the place for my stamp this morning. The other way you can do this as well, I'll do that on the next colour. So just literally with the bubble wrap. And if you spread it out like that, then you're going to get a few more bubbles. So I'm just going to quickly try that. I've got one of the loud heating guns tools here, so it's going to it's not totally dry, so we're going to have some mixtures. Let me just move this so I can see who's there. Oh, hi Sally, hi Lucy, hi Jane. Right, so I'm going to, I shouldn't get rid of this, I should be putting it, because you can always use that on another, I'm going to use this. And use it as another background. Now what I will do, that's no good because I picked up a slippery slidey card. Well, you can see that there. There's some on there. I'm going to stick with it. I shouldn't be wasting this, and I wouldn't normally. We'll put it onto another background. So I might not use all the colours because I'm sure you've got other things to do. Oops. Same with this one. Some water. Some bubble wrap. Just put it wherever you want to. The other way you can do it is get a toilet roll when you've finished with all the millions that you bought and roll it on. So you'll get a lot more there. Okay. The next one I'm not going to put so much water on. I am going to go with this. Because what I can do with this at another stage is actually use it for stamping and cutting out. Let's just give this a quick blast. And clean this a bit. And one bit of this will last you ages because I use, this is exactly the same one as I used last night. A little bit of yellow in them and I think I'm done. Is everybody okay? Oops. I'm going to mop a bit more of this up now. And I'm going to use it more as a stamp. There. There we go. Okay, see that? And perhaps I will put some blue ones down the bottom. Nice mess there. Don't forget to put your lids back on, otherwise they'll dry out. Or you'll get the wrong lids on the wrong thing. And I'm going to do the same down the bottom. I'm doing this different to show you what oh, I got green. I forgot to wipe that off, so I'm going to have a bit of green as well, which should be good. Because I got green down there anyway. There we go. So we got some blue down there. And because I don't like Okay, now if your card starts sort of going up like that, all you need to do is turn it over. And that should straighten it out. Yeah, it's not bad. It's cool, isn't it, Maria? It's not bad. So we've got that now. I'm going to ink up a stamp. And just place it where I want to. I think I'm just wondering how I'm going to have two each side. No, I'm going to have one over here. I'm going to do it the other way this time. Sorry. Put that by there. Lovely. And now I lost one of the little ones this morning. I lost the other one to this. See, it's 1, 2, 3, and I've only got 2. I used it as well just before we come on, and I've lost it. I'm just going to put him there. And where should I put the other one? So I can get him in by there. There we go. So, wipe this over. So just wiping off the stamps. Some do and some don't, but I like them wiped and fussy. So what we need to do then is stamp another one. Now you can either stamp it onto something like this that you've sort of scooped up, but with the one I did, I just stamped it onto, with this one, I stamped it onto white card, which I've done here. And then what I did, decided what main colour I wanted, and I think, again, I might go for the green. And then I've literally, look at that, don't want blue. I've literally gone with that, not quite so much I didn't. I had a tiny, tiny piece. One of these water brushes. If you haven't got a water brush, then just an ordinary brush and just dip it in a tiny bit of water. And then I just sort of, I mean, you can do this in as many colours as you want, take your time. I'm only going to do this one. And if you want to know what paper or card I'm using, I've actually no idea, because what I do, if I'm cutting things out, I keep a load of sort of cards, and I just use them and hope for the best. I think this is, well, this is fairly thick. This is probably about 300 GSM. I would imagine I've either got it from Anna Marie or Linecraft on my travels. Linecraft, Linetree. Anna Marie or Linetree, yeah. Or I might have got it from Jelly Bean at the shows. Stuart's saying you've got it somewhere. No, it will have been one of those three, definitely. Because I used to buy it at the shows, didn't I? Right. And then we need a bit of pair of scissors. I know you know how to cut this out, but I'm just going to show you how I stuck it down. So I'm only going to do the one. If you want to add a bit more colour in there, you can with pencils or with more of the, I'm just doing this quickly. Get a bit off. Like so all I've done is I've bent it over a bit and pulled the bottom down. I mean, the tiny little ones were harder. And then I've got my glue. I've lost my glue. Stuart, I've lost my glue. Right. I've actually got a tiny, one of the tiny bottles, but oh, there it is. I've put a tiny bit on the bottom, if it comes out. A minute. Right, I've put a tiny bit on the bottom, and what I've done, I've also gone around the outsides. It's coming out, but not very fast. Make it a bit better. Oops. Put it on the bottom as well, and around the edges. Oh, good. There. It's coming. Right, so it's just very, very small. If you can see that there. It looked bigger because I've just brought it right up into the zoom. And I've curved that round. I don't know if I can zoom in anymore. No, that's as far as it's going to zoom. What I'm going to do is just place it on top lightly and move it. I'm going to bring it down so that we're catching. That is actually going to catch. And if you're using Cosmic Shimmer, it will catch quite quickly. And then I'm going to, still holding it, because this card is thick is why I'm doing it this way. I'm just going to bring them down, and they actually are then going to catch the ends. Okay. Yeah, there you go. You need a quick drying glue to do this. Otherwise you just have to stay there a bit longer, obviously. And that's done. So you've got your, it's come a little bit away there, but that's okay as far as I'm concerned, because these they're not totally down, but because the glue's going to keep it, they're not going to go anywhere. I'm going to do that now, and it's not going to be quite stuck, is it? How silly. Do with the other ones, they're not going to go anywhere. I'm just coming back to see. Right. Then what I did, I put my pin back in my glue. So to get the rest of it, I've literally taken a pen and I've gone around the outside. Before I did that, I actually stamped some letters, some sort of like script on there. Now that's the stamp I haven't got at the moment. I might be able to wing it with these. And the other thing is I should have stamped this with these before I put that down. Because I haven't got the stamps there, I'm not. Do a little bit. So it got something there. Not as good, but oh, actually, it's not as bad. Just do a little bit on there. It would have been far easier had I done it on there before. I've only left these not stood up for quickness. I will 3D these as well. Okay. Just something in the background so that it's not so like that. It's not so white. Right, so to edge it, you can either take one of your distress inks and go around the outside, or you put this where it's supposed to be, otherwise I'll have lost another stamp. Oops, and get rid of it. Is this a good idea to blot it, otherwise when I touch it it's going to go all over the place. I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black for that, which I find is really good for stamping. Yeah, so just going to take a pen and just do a wiggly line, and then I'm going to come back on that wiggly line, and like that. I don't think you see that. I'll do that again. I'll do it in ones. So I'm just doing like a wiggly line like that, and then I'm just going to come back. You can see. I'm just going to come back like that. Stuart. Yeah. And then just put lines through them, like you can see there. So I think that edges it off quite well. And to be perfectly honest, when you're doing that, it's quite therapeutic just putting those lines in. So I did all that first, and then I put the lines in. It's really therapeutic. And then I've got this Tim Holtz small tape menus, and just took out one of these stickers and put it on. But you don't have to buy one of them. You can sort of get a quote or put Art Create, just type it in on your computer, print it off, cut it out, put some distress ink around it, and there you go. Okay, so that's it for this morning. Now tomorrow over on Perry B Fancy Crafts page, tangles, like Zen tangles, yeah, tangles, yeah, Zen tangles, what? Yeah. Tangled. Yeah, tangles, Sally. As like Zen tangles, as you know, I've been getting into them quite recently. Oh, that's a big white corner there. Not having that. So I go in there on with blue. Sorry. Yeah, tomorrow I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but here we are. But it's going to be more of like a craft along. So I'm going to, you can watch me sort of, I'm actually going to be more experimenting, probably. You know, you've got to stop buying. Yeah, they're like the things you get and you put there and you think, no, I'm only going to use these to best. I'm going to keep that saying, I'm going to keep that saying. And like the one I used on here was creativity takes courage. And I thought, oh, I want to keep that one till the right time. And I thought, well, there's not going to be a right time, is there? So yeah, tomorrow I'm probably going to do possibly a page in my art journal, so that I'm going to be sort of testing and using some methods that I already know, just building up layers tomorrow. So please join me. You don't have to craft if you don't want to. You can sit there and just watch me waffle on. We can have a bit of a chat, sort of obviously back and forth by words, not live. Oh, is that your list for me, is it, Maria? Yeah, so yeah, bring your own craft if you want, and I just thought it would be something to keep each other company for the afternoon. Perhaps I can show you a few more techniques and we see how we go. So I hope you've all enjoyed that. I think I did. I gotta go find my other stamp now. Wish me luck. And I'll hopefully see you all tomorrow. I'm going to be doing this, as I said, once a week. So next Wednesday, I'll be doing something different. You might have already know what I'm doing. You know how to do it anyway. But yeah, it's all a bit of fun. You're going to do some journal pages. Oh yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, that's great. So Sedate then. I'll see you tomorrow around about 2 o'clock. So thank you everybody for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.